Hi everyone, this is Zoe. I'm back with another edition of the 2023 American Chess Magazine puzzle calendar. So here is the puzzle for today, January 23rd. It was composed by Antonio Cirioli in 1921. I'll be setting this position up in ChessBase. See you guys there. Hello again, this is the position set up in ChessBase. Like all the puzzles in this series, it is white to move, mate in 2. So if you want to try to solve this for yourself, then go ahead and pause the video here. I'll be sharing my thought process on how I'm going to solve this puzzle. Alright, so one thing interesting about this position is that white's king is kind of weak. So it's really lucky you have this bishop here, otherwise black would give a check or something, and then you definitely would not have mate in 2. But the queen is pinned, and there are no other checks for black, so that's good. Black's king is trapped, so one check would end it all. And of course, the easiest check is this discovery, right? So I'm definitely considering rook takes or bishop takes just to threaten knight g8 checkmate. The problem with this is black can play rook takes f8, and I don't think white has anything here. Another check, of course, is those taking on e5, so queen g7, threatening queen takes e5 checkmate. The problem here is that black has knight f6, and there's nothing. Queen f5, it would be the improved version of queen g7, just because there's no blocking anymore. I think the problem with this one is rook takes c8, and the king can start running to b6. After queen takes, the king can run, whereas the knight on c8 previously was controlling b6. I guess you could also play rook h5 with the idea of rook takes e5, and now the rook can't take on c8. If black takes the queen or anything, it's still checkmate on e5. But black has knight g5 here. And just blocking the rank, and there's nothing white can do. Of course, something you definitely need to consider is rook takes e3 with the idea of giving discovered checkmate. Honestly, I'm rejecting this one just because it's an artistic puzzle, and these forcing moves generally aren't the right solution. But I don't actually see how black can prevent this. I'm threatening rook takes c3 double checkmate. If takes, bishop takes is still checkmate. Rook somewhere. Rook takes c3 is double checkmate. Take my queen, still checkmate. And this time black can't take on c8 to create a new fly square. Let's see. Fly square here is covered. Fly square here is covered. Here, here, here. I don't think you can disturb or block the rook in any way. So these are covered. This one's covered. This one's covered for sure because you can't touch these pawns. Oh, I see. I see. So here, because black can create a new fly square on a3 with bishop takes a3. And again, if you play knight g8 or something, black will just take your queen. So now if you play rook takes e3 double checkmate, then king b4, and it's not checkmate. If this pawn were not on e4, I think rook takes e4 would be checkmate, but that's not allowed. So unfortunately, black does have this escape square, but rook takes e3 is actually really close. How else could I give a check? The thing is, my pieces are okay, so this knight is irreplaceable because it's controlling these two fly squares that basically not many other pieces are controlling. Let's see. I could move the bishop, but I'm kind of against that idea just because the bishop can't even give a check to the king. So we'll throw that one out as well. The knight cannot touch c5 in 2 moves, although his knight tours really paid off. So I don't think it's a knight move. And also a knight move would be check, and that's generally wrong. Of course, we can't eliminate the queen because it's such a powerful piece, but I don't see any way for the queen to give a check other than taking on e5, and we already discussed that, and it's wrong. So I'm going to eliminate the queen for now as well. Dark to our bishop, as I mentioned earlier, super important, preventing the queen from giving checks. It's probably not this piece moving. Could be one of the pawns moving, but okay, these two can't even move. b4 check doesn't work. So it's really just down to these two rooks. And between the two of them, I already discussed rook h5 doesn't work. So I think it has to be this rook move. I'm going to delete. Arrows are so annoying. I'm going to delete all the arrows here. Color commentary. If this rook were to move, rook d5 check. No, that's not going to work. Like, there's no discovered check again here. Rook d3, threatening rook takes c3 checkmate is a nice idea. Does it work? Oh, again, black has bishop takes a3, and after rook takes, even though the queen is pinned and it can't take, black can run the king. So I guess the only way is rook d4. Now if bishop takes, rook c4 is checkmate because the king cannot go to b4. But rook d4, if black takes, then rook takes c3 is checkmate because once again the queen is pinned. If king takes d4, then knight f5 because the queen is opened up to control c5. Oh, hang on. King takes. Knight takes c6 because the queen is opened up to control c5. If I think I haven't covered pawn takes, then rook h5 is not checkmate because black has knight g5, but white can play queen f5 checkmate. So basically after rook d4, white's threatening rook c4 check, and there's no way black can really stop it or create a flight square. Oh, hey, hang on. I forgot. Oh my gosh, I almost messed up really badly. I mentioned earlier the bishop's super important to prevent any checks, but now the queen's not pinned anymore, so there's actually a whole lot of moves to be scared of. Queen takes e4 check, rook takes e4 counter checkmate, queen d3 check. Uh-oh. Oh, phew. Rook takes d3 is counter checkmate. Those are pretty. Queen e2, rook c4 is double checkmate. Yeah, okay. So black actually has no way to guard c4 or give any checks or anything like that. So I'm going to submit rook d4 as my final answer. So this is the solution for today. As you can see on tomorrow's puzzle, it says yesterday's solution, 1 rook d4. So I got this one right. I think this one was a lot about process of elimination, just seeing like which pieces you you couldn't really move if you wanted to give a check in 2 moves. Rook takes e3 was definitely a lot closer call than I anticipated. Like I almost played that, but then luckily I found bishop takes a3 at the end. I definitely didn't expect that from like one of those moves that I knew it was wrong just because it was a forcing move. So yeah, this was a very tricky puzzle. A lot about seeing how the opponent could defend against various checkmating ideas. So this one was a nice puzzle. I hope you all learned something from this. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and that's all for today.